Sometimes I feel like I rush the process when I really just need to trust the process. But hey friends, hey, thank you for clicking on today's video. I know we're a little bit into the new year, but today I am going to be setting up my budget in terms of my goals, my money routine, and all of that good stuff so that I am all prepped and ready for the 2024 financial year. Anywho, if you are interested in all of that, then continue to watch. Okay friends, how did you guys start the new year? I hope you accomplished all of your 2023 financial goals, or if not, you're continuing to be consistent and just work on them and not give up like most of us do. I know this year I want to choose a word of the year, and that would be consistency. That is one thing that I lack on my channel, to be honest, and just in my personal life in general, is that consistency, and I'm definitely working towards it. The first thing that I'm going to start off with is my money routine. I think everyone should have a money routine. Pretty much a money routine just sets the tone for the rest of your budget and the rest of your finances. So I like to create 5 sets of money routine that I work on as I progress throughout the weeks, months, and the year. So I have a daily routine. I set a few daily routines weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. So for my daily, I am going to be checking my account balance, documenting all my transactions, as well as review my bills. Next up are my weekly routines that I will be doing. On a weekly basis, I will be paying my bills, reviewing my budget, as well as checking in, doing my weekly check-in and my cash stuffing of my sinking funds, as well as my savings challenges. Moving on to my monthly routine. Okay, so on a monthly, I will be doing my budget setup, updating my sinking funds, doing an end of month check-in where I just review everything, making sure everything is in order, as well as make much needed changes. So any necessary changes that need to be made throughout the month, whether I over budget, under budget, I will do those. So quarterly, which is every 3 months, I am just going to jump right into that. All right, so quarterly, I will be reviewing my financial goals, doing my quarterly check-in to make sure I'm staying on top of things, as well as set up my quarterly goals. For my annual, this is pretty much how I close the year out in order to start the new year. So this is also a part of my quarterly routine, which is pretty much resetting my budget. All right, so this is pretty much my annual routine, which is a part of what I am doing right now in this video. Set up my new budget planner, set up my financial goals, tally my sinking funds, as well as do an annual reflection. I'm not sure if I'm going to be reflecting with you guys on camera. I may or may not, or I might just touch on certain areas. The other stuff I'll just kind of keep personal so that I could continue to work on those. So now that my money routine is all set up, I'll pull you guys out a little bit. There we go. So now that my money routine is all set up, I'm going to move on into my financial goal, which is also a part of my annual routine. I just spoke to you guys about that. So now I'm just going to get into a few financial goals. It's nothing too deep. These are just surface things that I'm working on. They're deep, but they're not that deep. I don't mind sharing them with you guys. All right, so I hope you guys are able to see everything. Okay, let's just zoom you guys in. So my first financial goal is to increase my income by 50%. And they're pretty much similar to the goals I set last year. It's a work in progress, and I don't want you guys to feel too bad if you didn't complete or achieve all of the goals that you set for the previous year. It's all about being consistent and continuously working on your goals. It's not going to all happen within 1 year. Sometimes the goals that you're working on for the previous year does need to carry on over into the following year. It's just about that consistency and continuing to work towards your goal, because I didn't hit my 50%. I got about, I would like to say 30. It's a work in progress, to say the least. I would like to add another $1,000 to my emergency fund. So that will just bump my emergency fund up a little bit. Also add $1,000 to 3 to 6 months expense. I want to continue to reduce my debt. Another one is to, well, I guess track my expenses a part of my money routine, so I don't need to add that. I want to save $500 in business funds. And overall, my goal is to try to save at least 10K. Okay, so I want to save about 10K in saving challenge. I am going to be doing the 100 envelope challenge, so that's 5 already. So let's see how this goes. Another one of my goal, which I did not accomplish last year due to lack of consistency, I want to get monetized on YouTube, and that will also help me to increase my income to that 50% that I desire. And last, I want to save $300 towards investing. Last year I did a pretty good job. My goal was to save $20 to $30 towards investing. I did do that. My investments are doing great. They're not high risk or any of that. I'm still just testing the waters and making sure that I'm not doing anything like silly. I don't want to gamble. Gamble is not my thing. So I'm trying to be on the safe side, y'all, and not go overboard. But this year I want to go a little bit deeper and save 300, and then for 2025 just start seeing how that kind of pans out. So this part is pretty much, I will fill this out as I go. So this is for 2024, and pretty much this is my yearly financial overview. And as I pull those income in, this area will help me to track all of my income, all of my expenses, my debt payments, as well as my savings. And this is part of my annual check-in process. So don't need to do anything here right now. So next up will be my bills and subscription. For this one, I am just going to go ahead and fill out all of my monthly bills that I have. This part I will do off camera. So next up is my yearly expense tracker. And for this one, these are mostly for my variable expenses. Like last year, I know groceries was a thing for myself. Groceries were ridiculous last year, and I think they're still ridiculous this year. So a few expenses that I want to track throughout the year are some variable expenses, groceries being one of them. So I'm just going to jot that in there. I want to track my gas, like I said, all my variable expenses. I think I made 4 envelopes this year. I also want to track like how much I spend on clothes, spending, entertainment, and I think that's it for now. As I think of other things, I'll just kind of jot them in. But so far I have groceries, gas, clothes, spending, and entertainment. I kind of limited my variable expense envelope, but I'll have like what I will do is create little subcategories so I could still have a good understanding of what is going on there. So now comes my annual debt tracker. This year I have a total of $18,100 in debt. So that is what I will be working towards for 2024, just getting that down a little bit more. I did a good job. I think I did a reasonable job, to be honest, but it's a consistent progress, right? Debt payment tracker. So this portion, I will be tracking my debt payments on a monthly basis, and then this will kind of help me to fill out the annual portion of my debt. So I have credit card number 1 is the one that is the least amount, so that's the one that I want to pay off first, and the balance on that one is $2,000. Well, the next debt that I would like to pay off is my MasterCard, and that is the one with a balance of $7,600, and that is the second lowest balance. Third, I want to do my second Visa, and that balance is at $8,500. So those are the 3 debts that I'm working towards this time around, and I have extra sheets. Moving into my goal for emergency, definitely want to put $1,000 down. Next up, I have retirement. For retirement, I just want to put $500 towards retirement. That's just me thinking I have loads of time, but watch things just be a creeper and creep up on me. For 1 month expense, I would like to put, or 1 month ahead, I'm just going to say I want to put $1,000 towards that. And don't feel like you need to do it all at once. You don't need to completely do the whole entire 1 month. If this year all you could do is $1,000, then do the $1,000. Eventually you will get to that space that you need to get towards. And I'm going to say, what did I say for my yearly goal? What did I say I want to do for my 3 to 6 months? Did I even put that? Oh, I said $1,000. So 1,000 towards 3 to 6 months expense. Each month, before I actually get into my calendar spread, I have monthly intentions that I will be making on a monthly basis. So I have my personal, health and wellness, financial, business, and then a little area where I could reflect. This portion also helps me to fill out and reflect overall for my annual, as a part of my annual money routine. So last year I shared some of them with you. This year I'm not sure how I'm going to kind of tackle that portion of it, but I won't fill it out right now. But what I will fill out is my monthly spread with you guys. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill out the calendar, and then, okay, All right, so we are in the month of January. Let's get that kind of checked off. And now I'm just going to go ahead and fill out the months or the date of the month, the day of the you guys know what I'm talking about, the number. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the number so that I am all ready with my calendar spread. Okay, that was a bit of a weird way to do it, but because I have this little bumper in the middle, it kind of just makes it hard for me to kind of go whoosh, whoosh. So I have to kind of fold the book and get it all done, but I think we should be good. So 6, 13, 20, 27, 26. Yeah, we're good. 31 days for the month of January. So that is all done. Over on in this little section, I have my keys that I want to work on, and those are just things that I know are important, or things that are important, and I need to make sure that they are on the monthly spread. So I have my payday, my monthly bills, my subscriptions, as well as my debts. So let's start off with paydays. So we're going to do, I should have done like little stickers, but let's see. You know what? We don't have time for all of that fancy stuff, so we're just gonna freestyle it and just do PD. That's number 1, and then moving on down here, number 2. So those are my 2 paydays. Just continue to be consistent, work towards those goals. Do not give up. Do not give up on yourself, and do not give up on your family. Just continue to go. Okay? The race is not for the swift, but who can endure it. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.